Hello, hello.
I hope that Trey makes it through. He's like literally hawking up a lung over here.
I got this.
I
I
don't
got some
know
good lemon honey tea from.
from what?
Oh, no, from the wonderful beefy marketing team.
I gave you lemon honey tea. Lemon honey tea is really good for soothing a throat, itchy, scratchy throat.
Thought you could promote that.
So today we're going to talk about 20 ways to reduce holiday stress. So by the time this episode comes out, there should be only a few weeks left before Christmas, I'm sure, right?
There's ways to reduce stress during the holidays.
There are some ways to reduce stress. So we got a lot of them. There's 20 ways. And the first 10,
That sounds stressful.
the first 10 are going to go a little bit slower because we can chat a little bit. And then the next 10, I can just pretty much list them. So, all right, number 1, talk to someone and let it out. If you are feeling emotions come up, maybe it's from losing a loved one. Maybe it is just dreading the family time. Maybe it's the anxiety of being around friends and coworkers in a social environment. If you need to talk about it, go talk about it.
When in doubt, talk it out.
That's right.
Wasn't that a phrase?
But think about it though. There's a lot of people who have lost a loved one these past couple of years, and this may be their first holiday time. This may be their first Christmas, their first Thanksgiving, or any of the other holidays like Kwanzaa or.
We don't really need to go into all the holidays.
Okay. I was
Holidays
trying
is
to
kind of
be
the plural of all of them.
I was trying to be inclusive. Okay. But seriously though, I mean, I have one friend that I can think of right now that lost her husband this summer, and this is the first time for them to have Christmas and Thanksgiving without him, and I'm like, my heart just bleeds for her, and I hope that she is able to talk to someone, and I think she is. So the second thing would be make healthy choices. When you go When you go, okay, I'm going to tell you how I handle this, and then Trey can tell you
We just took out like 10 pounds of candy out of the kids' room from Halloween. So.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you how I handle this, and Trey can tell you how he handles this. When you go to a Christmas party, or when I go to a Christmas party, I always scope out the healthy food first, and I try to fill up on that as much as possible. I try to go for the lean meats or the vegetable tray, fruit tray first before I have anything else. That way, basically, I'm kind of crowding out before adding on any of the other stuff like, if I'm the cheese tray. I mean, I love cheese. I don't eat cheese really ever. So if I'm at an event, it's kind of like, for me, eating cheese or crackers is my cheat, because I can't eat the sugar. Y'all know that. But crowd it out with some of your healthy foods. And another tip is that when you go to an event where you're supposed to bring your own food, I usually bring a salad with some sort of lean protein on the side. That way, if there was nothing else that I could eat, at least I know that I could eat the salad and the lean meat. What do you do, Trey?
Well, I think that you having a plan is amazing. I think I'd probably start with maybe figuring out my plan, because I just show up and go figure it out.
You don't have a plan at all?
No, I look at all the food, I eat what I like, and enjoy my dinner.
I think one of the big places where people can easily get themselves messed up is when they go to a party, the first thing they grab is the cookie or the brownie. And you're putting that on an empty stomach, and instantly your blood sugar, spikes, and then it drops. And that's where some of the challenges come in. So you're just basically making your healthy food choices first. Like, you're treating yourself like a kid. You're going to eat your healthy stuff first.
It depends on what it is. Like at ADT, it's all like buffet style.
Yeah.
So you go in, you start with the first plate, and you kind of make a little run through. You kind of do a drive-by, kind of see what's there. And then you go and get your goods.
Well, but you know what? For a lot of people, it's the opposite. If you take a little kid to a buffet, they're going to go grab the dessert first until you tell them, no, you got to eat your healthy food first.
Oh, I scope out the dessert, but that's like the prize at the end.
Number 3, self-care. You got to make time to carve it out. And you may be thinking, when? Well, when you feel like you don't have time for self-care, that's when you need it the most. If you're thinking, I do not have time to sit down for 5 minutes and meditate. I don't have time. That is whenever
That's when you need to make
it the
time.
most. So 10 to 20 minutes of excusing yourself from a stressful situation or your to-do list or whatever it is incredibly beneficial. And that may mean that you just go sit in your car because it's silent in there. That may mean that you go lay in bed, you go for a little walk to the mailbox and back or something.
There's a lady at the office that I saw coming from her car at lunch, and I was like, "Hey, how's your day?" She goes, "Oh, it's great. I just took a 20-minute nap in my car on our
That's
lunch break."
perfect.
And I was like, she goes, "That's how I recharge." I was
Yeah.
like, that's so cool.
It is. And you got to find what your self-care, a lot of people think, okay, self-care. All right, I'm going to go get my nails done and I'm going to get my hair done or I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go out to lunch with friends. Those are good things, but you still have to have it's the little parts of the self-care that are going to be the most beneficial. Okay, that brings me to the next point. Number 4, meditation. So meditation helps you keep calm, it keeps you present, it helps your brain stay energized and oxygenated. So meditation can be, like I said before, with self-care, going and laying in your bed for 20 minutes or sitting in your car for 20 minutes, focusing on your breathing.
It's called breathwork. I need things for me personally that are more like games in a sense, so I can play them and I don't look at it as work. So with the breath work, it's these 2 and 3 minute, you have these different icons on there that you can look at. And one of them's like a monkey with his belly going up and down. One of them's a timer and one of them's
weird.
Well,
Why would I want to look at a monkey if I'm trying to meditate?
Well, it's not necessarily, there's different types of meditation. This is just breath work.
Okay.
So you don't have to look at the monkey. Why are you making it weird about the monkey?
So you look at the monkey because then that's going to cue your breathing is basically what it is.
You follow the monkey's belly. You're not really looking at them. You're not like having a gazing moment in the monkey's eyes. It's
some people need to have pictures in
looking at the monkey's belly. I don't know.
Some people need to have pictures in their books. I get it. You need to have a picture in your book. That's fine.
Don't make fun of my monkey.
I wanted to teach you a quick little breathing exercise. This is Dr. Weil's 4-7-8 breath. And basically what it is you first put your tongue in a yoga, you first put put your tongue in a yoga tongue position. That means you take the tip of your tongue and you place it on the back of your teeth where your teeth meet the gums, okay? So the tip of your tongue goes behind your teeth. You put that there, and then you breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. You go inhale, hold 8 or 7 counts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. Good. Go again. Inhale.
I don't want to do it in front of the microphone.
Do it. And no, stop. Put your tongue where it goes. Okay. Now breathe through your nose. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. 4.
How many times are you doing this? I'm not looking at my monkey.
I'm just showing you so that you can be the example of the breath. They could hear that in the mic, because then the people on the listener end will do it at the same time as you.
What if they're just like me and they need a monkey?
Okay. You know what? That joke is dumb and it's over. It's over. So
I even got it for our audience.
You're going to go through that. Listen, you're going to go through that 4 times. So 4 times you breathe in through the nose, hold for 7 counts, exhale through the mouth forcefully by piercing your lips out, exhale through the mouth for 8 counts. Then you go back in for 4 counts, hold 7 counts, exhale for 8 counts. You do that 4 cycles.
Okay.
You can do that 2 to 3 times a day. You don't want to go more than 4 cycles through, because then you might get a little dizzy, but this is incredible what it does. The oxygenation that it creates in your body is amazing. It's one of my favorite breaths.
When do you do it?
3 times a day, morning, noon, night. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can only do it 1 time a day, do it 1 time a day. Number 5, affirmations. All right.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Trey. Affirmations. You can recite affirmations really anytime, but it's really great to do before the event because affirmations, those words that you say out loud and that you think out loud have emotion to it. And that emotion creates a different energy in your body. So how do you find an affirmation? Well, here's a few ideas. Let's say you wrote down your issue. And the issue is, I get anxious and quiet when I'm at parties. I can't really speak and I stand in the corner and I really just want to suck my thumb. No, I'm just kidding. But you get anxious and you get quiet. Well, what is the exact opposite of that? Someone who's confident and they're calm and they're outgoing. Well, that could be your affirmation statement. I am confident, calm, and outgoing.
And not sucking your thumb.
So you don't want to have a negative in your affirmation statement. So you wouldn't say not, you would say I am. You would say what you are, not what you're not.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're in the car before you go into a party and I am confident, calm, and outgoing. I am confident, calm, and outgoing. Hey, guess what? You might not believe it at first. You might not. And that's okay. It takes a while for your body to start saying, hey, I believe this now. We're all on board here. I mean, if you had a teacher that spoke life over you when you were a kid, at first you may not have believed her, but she kept saying these words to you over and over. Eventually you believed it and it may have changed your life, regardless of what your parents said. If maybe your parents were really mean and they didn't give you nice words, but your teacher gave you the opposite of that. And you decided, hey, I'm going to run with that. At first, you might not have believed him, but then you would have kept on going and hopefully changed your life. Here's another idea. Go ahead.
Can I say a joke without being disrespectful to your affirmations?
What, Trey?
Well, it just reminds me of Pat off Saturday Night Live. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me.
That is your affirmation?
That's Pat's affirmation.
Okay. Sounds like it's your affirmation too. You knew that really well.
Well, it's gotten me through all my parties, so I'm not in the corner sucking my thumb.
There you go. Okay, here's another issue. I feel depressed and negative around family and friends during the holidays. Well, what's the other side of that? The other side of that would be something like, wait a second. I am joyful and a positive person.
Yeah.
And you could upgrade that, make that even shorter. I am joyful and positive. I am joyful and positive. I am joyful and positive. You say it over and over and over. Or how about this?
It does
anxious. Work. When you're anxious, the energy that's happening with your body is actually the same energy that happens when you're excited. So you can
Just change the thought of it.
So if you start to feel the anxiety coming along, and you feel the physical effects of it happening, maybe the butterflies in the stomach or the heart racing. Okay, you're starting to feel a little anxious. You can say, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. So you say, I am excited. I'm excited.
So you're identifying now that feeling as being excited?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So your
Do you have
body,
to clap your hands before you do it?
You do. Your body does not know the difference of being anxious or excited. It's literally the same energy. Think about it. When you are so excited about something, your heart's racing, you got butterflies in your stomach. It's the same energy. So just change the words, because if you were to start to feel the anxiousness and then you said, oh my gosh, I'm having anxiety. I'm anxious. I'm having anxiety. It's going to take you
into panic.
You're going to go into a panic.
Yep.
Okay. So number 6, be active. Movement helps with stress and anxiety. It also boosts your energy, and it's a great way to work off those treats. Even just a walk around the block will do amazing things. And something else that's really cool is the walking in the cold. And that actually, if you've ever gone out walking, you just get a little pep in your step when it's
chilly,
cold.
when it's
like
chilly.
a little. What? Tell me about the cold showers. We were talking about that. Cold baths,
that's
ice bath.
Wim Hof.
Huh?
I think his name's Wim Hof. Remember Jason was telling me about it?
Oh yeah. It was Jason.
It has something to do with what's that gland right here? The nerve.
The vagus nerve?
The vagus nerve. There you go. It's supposed to like open it up and listen, you're going to have me butcher this and I'll probably say everything wrong. but there's something to do with being in an extremely cold environment to where you learn how to breathe through that to relax your body, and it actually has this self-healing ability to it. And there's been so much research and so many things out on it that it's supposed to be amazing.
Now, do they do showers or baths?
You can start out either way. I mean, when we it was a pretty crazy story in Pinehurst when we got in the shower. We were all, never mind.
What was going on in Pinehurst? You all
the
got
water
in the
was
shower?
out. The water was out at a hotel, so we had to take showers in the Pinehurst locker room where all the professional golfers go.
Yeah.
And so we were in the shower, and Jason was like, "Just try it, man."
Was it a group shower?
There was 4 showers in there. They all had curtains and everything, but you can hear and see each other. And it's like, "Just try it." And so I turned the water on cold, and I'm like, "Oh God, oh God!" And he's like, "Just hold on, just hold tight. You can get through it." And just hearing him coaching me through a weird experience in the shower with men and everybody that wasn't knowledgeable of what was going on could have thought something else was going on, and it was just a really funny moment.
That is really funny. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's interesting. Have you ever thought about doing the cold shower technique? How did we get on cold showers? We got on cold showers because of number 6.
I did do it. It was one of those things where it was horrible when you were going through it, but as soon as it was done, that 45 seconds and then turning the warm water back on, I felt it in my diaphragm. I felt an amazing surge of just energy. I felt this almost clarity. And then the rest of, I don't know, the next 2 or 3 hours, I was on a high.
Well, that's what Misty was talking about with me. She was saying that she listens to another podcast, and I have to find out who it is. But basically, his wife died because of suicide, I believe, and she suffered from severe depression. And he basically was on a life mission to try to help people get over depression naturally. And one of the things that he has, that he promotes is taking ice cold showers.
Anxiety, depression, the disease. I mean, it just helps to rid your body of inflammation, so it functions.
So why don't you do that? Because you have inflammatory.
Well, he actually sent me something the other day, a video I need to look at. His wife is Scarlett is going to get certified and be able to teach it. Yeah.
Wow.
So they've been doing it for several months, and he said everything is better. And when I say everything, he says everything is better.
Oh, like what?
Well, I mean, everything is everything, right?
You mean sexual intercourse?
Well, that would fall into the category of everything, but you know.
I like to make things awkward. Okay, the number 7, say
Good
no.
job.
Just say no.
To
Say
sex?
no. I'm talking about say yes.
To sex.
Say yes to things that are most important to you when
Say
it comes
yes to the dress.
when it comes to events. But if saying yes instantly creates a stress within you and a deep dread and an anxiety that is not necessarily a good one, you have to sit with that for a moment and say, okay, is this my best yes? Is this a yes, like yes, emphatically yes, I'm excited. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit nervous or anxious, but I'm excited, like this is good. Then yes. But if it's a no, like you're dreading it and it's going to really affect your family, it's not worth it. Just say no. Call the person back, be real, and say, hey, listen, I'm a yes person and I always love opportunities that people give me, but it's really just not the best for me, and I just don't think I could handle it. I don't do well with so much on my plate, and I can't do it. I'm sorry.
And
don't feel bad about it because you're being honest.
I struggle with that. Mm-hmm. I'm a yes guy. I like to do everything sounds fun. I'm like, yeah, let's go do it. And I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't have committed to all of that. Right.
So number 8.
But that's a way to get out of it. Not get out of it, but to be honest and real through it.
Yeah. My director at our homeschool campus said, hey, did you want to volunteer next year to be a teacher or to be a a tutor at the campus. And so then that would mean I'm prepping. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm way too ADHD for that. And I'd probably always be late. And then I would procrastinate and forget that I was supposed to teach the next day. And you probably wouldn't be able to rely on me really well because I'm really kind of all over the page and I got way too much crap going on.
This is what you told her?
Yeah, I told her that. And she laughed and she goes, okay, thank you for your honesty. I said, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we don't want you.
I said, thanks. I would be really bad. And she goes, I said I would be good if I wanted it once I was in it, but you wouldn't be able to hardly rely on me. So I just, no, I can't.
Let's not be brutally honest.
Well, I'm not being brutally. I was, we said it in a joking way. I love her. It's Melanie Stevens. She's awesome. Okay, hilarious. Number 8, be sure to get enough sleep. So try to skip the all-nighters. You may be a person that is like, okay, I'm going to pull an all-nighter and then I'm going to wrap presents and I'm going to do this and I'm going to stay up late making the cookies and just completely exhaust yourself and mess up your circadian rhythms with your sleep cycle. It's not worth it.
You'd be jacked up for days.
It really isn't. It's not worth it. Try to, and I'll go into a little bit more later on some other things, but just try to get your sleep. Just stay with your sleep cycle. Stay hydrated. Have you ever been to the mall shopping all day and then you just realize hours have gone by and you haven't gotten a water?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I don't. If I go to the mall, I go get what I get and I get home.
Do you know?
Not be doing enough at the mall to need water.
We have shopped at the mall for items where we're shopping for hours and then we realize, oh my gosh, we haven't drank hardly any water because we didn't have our water bottle with us. And then we're just like emphatically thirsty.
I don't take my water bottle to the mall because that would insinuate I'm going to be there long enough to drink it.
Oh my gosh, whatever. Anyway, just stay hydrated. Never leave home without your water bottle. Water bottle helps.
Our daughter left hers this morning and on the way here we had to go drop it off.
Yes, I have a refillable water. I always keep my fresh water in there. It's super important. Drink half your body weight in ounces. So
it's actually not that hard once you get a rhythm on it.
It's really not. You got to get into the habit.
Think about it.
They say every 15 minutes, a few sips of water.
I came in here and got a 20-ounce bottle of water and had some this morning.
That's not 20 ounces.
I'm sorry. It's 16.7.
Oh, okay.
Well. No, 16.9.
So half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 140 pounds, then 70 ounces of water is what you need to just maintain your body. And that's what your body needs. When you're exercising and you're drinking water, that water doesn't count. The water does not count. So 70 or half your body weight in ounces. Water helps also remove toxins, so that's good. Okay, limit alcohol. Alcohol impairs thinking. It causes mood swings, whether you like to admit that or not. I don't care if you're getting drunk or not. A few alcoholic beverages, and then you couple that with it being high sugar, you're going to have some mood swings the next day. Examine yourself. Think about it. Think about how your mood is the next day after you've drank some alcohol. It raises your blood pressure. It brings on some poor social judgment. Ricky may be looking good at the Christmas party, but he wasn't looking good across the cubicle on Friday. He wasn't looking good until the Christmas party. So I don't know where I came up with the name Ricky.
I don't know. I just go right to Ricky Bobby.
So it changes things. It's like
that statement changes things. I'm sorry.
It decreases your concentration. I promise you're not going to focus as well the next day. It also slows fat metabolism. So many people eat so healthy, they work out so hard, and they drink a lot. And if they were to stop drinking, you would experience an entirely new level of fitness and health. It removes so much of the inflammation in your body. A little bit of alcohol is okay. If you really want to go for some light alcohol, then go for vodka, sparkling water, flavor it with lemon or lime, and then do the 1-to-1 rule. Do you know the 1-to-1 rule, Trey? Can you guess? You've done it.
I would prefer everything be 1-on-1.
1-to-1.
Well, don't particularly know that.
So it'd be 1 alcoholic beverage to 1 glass of water. So basically, every time you drink a glass of water, you get 1 more alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
So
the more water I drink, the more alcohol I can drink?
if you could possibly fit that in, but no, you have a limit.
Well, I prefer the tequila Topo Chico and lime.
Okay.
That's
Do you do
clean.
the tahini on it?
Sometimes,
Okay.
but that's my go-to because it's very low calories. Mm-hmm. The tequila tastes good and it's simple and easy.
Okay. All right. Take your vitamins. Don't forget your supplements, your vitamins, your antioxidants, things like that. These will help keep your immune system strong. Your vitamin C, your antioxidant, which is
your C.
Your vitamin D, which is
your omegas.
Which is your vitamin D is D3 is really, really, really important, especially as you're not in the sun as much, and your zinc. So the zinc stops a virus from replicating. So you really need to have your zinc, 50 milligrams. Always take that with food. You can take quercetin. So bioactive quercetin is really great to take with your zinc. Quercetin is an antioxidant that is in fruits and vegetables. So, but the quercetin helps activate the zinc. So the zinc doesn't work as good if you don't have the quercetin. So C,
kind of like activate each other.
Yeah, they do. So C, D3, zinc, those are super important. And then of course your antioxidant supplements. Trey and I have talked about it before. Ningxia Red, we stand by that hands down. It's a drink. And then, of course, your multivitamin and omegas. So then at night, you could take your magnesium, calcium. These things they really do help your body.
And it's all the things that you would normally get in nutrition, but because our diets aren't the way they should be and our nutrients isn't as well abundant in our food, then we have to supplement.
So take action. This is number 12. Try not to procrastinate. That is the biggest form of stress is procrastination. And Trey and I are the worst.
Starting Monday, baby.
How many times have we finished up Christmas like Christmas Eve? I mean, more times than I can even count.
Not done that.
This year.
Oh, we're going to do it this year?
No, this year.
This is the year?
This is the year.
21 years. This is the year.
I'm going to have presents. I'm going to have presents wrapped under the tree before Thanksgiving.
Shoot.
I seriously, I'm going to have presents wrapped under the tree before Thanksgiving. So that is going to relieve a huge stress. I want to go to church on Christmas Eve and go out to dinner. And I don't want to have to worry about making sure everybody's got like the same amount of presents and all that junk. So
hey, I'm following your lead, my dear.
Okay, so we're not going to procrastinate. Breathe and smile. And if somebody doesn't have a smile, give them yours. That's number 13.
The voice.
Smiling is wonderful.
It is the most cliche thing, but it is contagious.
It is. It's contagious. I know. My smile is very contagious to you.
You have a beautiful smile.
Thanks. My parents paid a lot for my braces.
I didn't have braces. I have a nice smile without them.
Well, whatever. Anyway, you do have a beautiful smile, and you are lucky that you didn't have braces, though.
I had that butterfly apparatus.
Oh, like Avery?
Yeah, I actually sucked my thumb, and I had smiling's my favorite. I love that movie.
Oh my gosh, we watched Home Alone last night, and River.
Oh, he cracked up.
He laughed so hard. River's our 5-year-old. He laughed so hard that he peed his pants.
He did. He peed his pants, and then Evan was sitting next to him on the couch, and he's like, "River, no!" And he jumps up on the couch, and there's a little. He was laughing, clapping his hands, hitting his legs.
He was laughing so hard.
Oh, and we were laughing at him because we've seen Home Alone 1,000 times, but when you see somebody else see it for the first time and laugh at all the places that you thought were funny too, and he's only 5, it's like, you get it, dude.
You know, I have to say, if you've ever thought about having the extra child, but there's a big age gap, don't be afraid by it because
so much fun.
The age gap is so much fun. When you have 2 close together, or 2 or 3 or whatever close together, it's kind of a big whirlwind. And we did all these things with the older kids. And now they basically get to do it again. If we didn't have River, there would be no reason to do it again. They'd be like, nah. But because we have River and they love him, it's their little brother, there's a 7-year age gap. So we got 14, 12, and 5. So they love to do it because they love to see the joy on River's face.
Well, and
it's so cute.
They see it with the joy for River, but they're also seeing it in more of an older, mature eyes, and so they're catching on to some of the adult jokes and the new things that come through.
They're catching some of the adult jokes,
hilarious.
Especially from
you see their faces
Christmas Story.
Oh, that's what they meant by that. Oh.
Yeah. But you know what, too? Kids that are 12 and 14 years old, they're still kids. They're still little kids. And part of their brain still wants to be like a little kid, and then the other part wants to be mature. If we didn't have the 5-year-old, it wouldn't...
Takes away that childhood earlier.
It would. They get a chance to kind of do it again a little bit. It's kind of cool.
Okay with being a kid, because once that line's crossed, it's hard to go back.
Okay, pamper yourself, number 14. Okay, I don't know about you.
Pamper yourself. I like this one.
I don't know about you, but when I go Christmas shopping, I see some things from myself, and you just kind of slip that on in. Well, Trey's Aunt Lindy, what she would do is she would buy herself presents, and it would say, to Lindy from Lindy. And she would immediately wrap them and then put them under the tree. And then we'd be like, okay, we got one for Mandy. We got Trey's here, right here. And here's Lindy's from Lindy. Okay. And then here's another one from Lindy to Lindy. Okay. All right, that's yours. And she's like, ooh, what is this? What is this? Because she'd forget. So if you start buying for yourself soon enough, you'll forget what they are. I mean, I forget my own kids' presents, and I bought them the day before we wrapped them. But if you buy your own presents, you know you're going to like them because you bought them.
Yep.
It's perfect. And then you get your own presents under the tree. It's amazing. Okay, be intentional in what you're doing and what you want to do and who you want to spend time with and how you want to feel. Be clear about what your priorities are for the season. We know that we want to go to the Christmas Eve service. We want to spend some time with the family, and we already set that intention, and we're going to make sure it happens because we've set the intention. Ask for support if you need it. Don't be afraid to say, hey, I need some help. Ask a friend to come over. Be like, hey, I just volunteered 1,000 cookies for the Ladies Association at the church, and I really need help. Call a friend or a neighbor over and say, hey, could you come and help me, or just sit and keep me company, something. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Take a break from the social events. If you don't want to go, just don't go. Don't make it so stressful and where you're just constantly people. Especially if you're an extrovert personality, or if you're an introvert personality. Sorry, if you're an introvert, then you like events, but you need to have your time to recharge, right? And an extrovert, they recharge when they go to the event. So that's kind of you. You charge.
I'll feed off the event.
You charge up when you go to the event. You're like so excited. By the end of the event,
I'm done.
No, by the end of the event, I'm done. I'm the one that's done because I'm the introvert. I'm an outgoing introvert. We're both outgoing, but you're an extrovert and I'm an introvert. Make a holiday gratitude list. Write down the things that you're thankful for. Oh, this is a huge one.
Oh.
So I keep a journal in my Christmas decoration box. And every year, as I'm putting up my Christmas decorations, I write myself a letter and I put the date on it. And I tell myself what I want the next year to be like, or what I hope it will be. And I write a little bit about what the year was before. See, Christmas decorations come down after Christmas, so I'm putting it up and it's going up for an entire year. And then I pull it out the next year. And it's really, really fun to read your letter and to see where you were.
Yep.
It's the coolest thing ever. I also like to put money in my pockets and my jackets, like just a couple of bucks or something. And maybe or a little bottle of essential oil. And I'm like,
is that your present? Is that your Amy to Amy?
Yes, exactly. And ditch the perfection mentality. That's number 20. Ditch the perfection mentality. Nothing is going to be perfect.
It's never going to work out the way that you have it in your head.
That's right.
It's going to work out the way it's supposed to work out.
always. So that's it. Thank y'all so much for listening. Do you have anything to add, Trey? Cassels?
Well, since we didn't mention Lindy, she's my aunt and my mom's sister, and she had a triple bypass 2 nights ago, and she's doing well. But if you could keep her in your prayers, and one thing about these types of situations is they bring family together, and it happens to be during the holidays. So I am looking forward to spending that time with our family and enjoying that time, because it only comes around once a year. So that's what I'd like to end with.
Well, thank you. Okay.
All
right. Thank you all so much for listening. Have a wonderful week. Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of According to the Cassels with Amy and Trey. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. To stay up to date with the Cassels, follow Amy on Instagram at @acassels. Until next time, have faith, enjoy life, and love abundantly.